Mike Chacho, King God, what it is.
I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh.
I don't even know, bruh. Yeah, y'all know what time it is. Time for us to crank up, time to tune in. It's Mike Chacho.
Yo, what's good, world? You tuning into the I Don't Even Know, Bro podcast with your host, King God, and your other host, Mike Chacho. What up, Mike Chacho?
What's good, bro? How you doing?
Man, living life, man. What you know, bro?
I don't even know, bro. I don't even know.
Exactly, man. Let's just jump right into it, man. A couple of days ago, it was trending that the Hall of Famer Michael Irvin. If y'all don't know who Michael Irvin is, y'all can pretty much just Google him. He was a wide receiver, Hall of Famer for the Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, and one of the best to ever play the game.
Ever.
He was on national television, and he said he pretty much was. They was talking about Ja Morant situation as far as like trying to be hood or acting a certain way and being professional or whatever. But he actually called out his son.
What show he was on, bro? Was it Skip?
First Take.
It was on First Take?
No. What's the one with Skip Bayless? Undisputed.
Undisputed. Okay.
Yeah, he was on Undisputed. It was him, Skip, and Keyshawn Johnson. So he brought up his son on that show, and was like, he don't understand why his son talking the type of talk he's rapping in his raps, as far as sliding, shooting, dope dealing, just being a thug, just being a gangster out there, And he was like, man, how I just don't understand why he's speaking this way when he grew up all his life in the gated community. Right. So everybody was just kind of clowning him then. They were like, man, dang, why? You know what I'm saying? Bro, you ain't even living that life. So right. What we talk about pretty much is saying that a lot of these guys ain't living that life, and then they might be living that life. Who to say if you ain't living that life because you in the gated community? But I'm sure his dad know him better than a lot of people anyways. But you don't know what he was doing outside the house either. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much is these guys really living this life, or they just kind of playing around just try to sell and try to get some fans?
I mean, personally, I think it's trendy to be, thug or a gangster, or somebody that's doing sliding and all that. That's a trendy thing. I think Michael Irvin's point was that I provided all this for you, and you go out there and you basically acting like you wasn't taken care of, and you got to do all these things, and how does it reflect on me? And so I somewhat understand kind of sort of as far as the son go, because I was kind of, daddy wasn't no Michael Irvin and mom and them, but we come from great parents, and I did a lot of things that was weird, crazy or whatever, but the case may be. But at the end of the day, as a father now, as a grown man now, I understand that a lot of that, was me trying to fit in, me trying to be something I wasn't. A lot of it was me looking at rap or looking at that hip hop culture and basically saying, I'd rather be like the thugs and the conscious rappers. I was like conscious people like Lane back then or whatever. So, I think Michael Irvin had the right to call his son out, especially because, basically the video that you showed me, he rapping in a gated community at his daddy house. You know what I'm saying? Like, how much sliding you doing? How much drug you selling? And all this other stuff. And we got to start calling our family members out and people that we know that ain't really like that, but portray that image and make us look bad as a culture and as a whole. If you ain't living that life, don't live that life. Don't put a light on that life, because that brings more attention, negative attention to what we got going on. And also too, you inspire other kids that whether they come from a gated community life or they really come from that life to think it's okay to start rapping that and start doing that. I mean, we got to change the narrative. I mean, rap been like this for like 30 some years, almost 40 years, to be honest. But I mean, it's time that we need to start calling our people out, whether it be rap, whether it be, you know, somebody on the corner, you know, somebody trapping in your neighborhood. I mean, I ain't saying call the police on them or nothing like that. What I'm saying is like, you know, you don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Be like, look, especially if you raise them right as a parent, or a grandparent, or uncle, auntie, whatever the case may be. If you know that kid ain't raised like that, call them out. Don't be scared of them. Don't let them continue to go down that road and then say, I told you so. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least try. But if you hard-headed, you hard-headed. And you know, a lot of times these guys, they don't know what they're getting into until it's too late. Hopefully Michael Irvin's son ain't about that life for real, because that life will get you locked up, that life will get you killed, the life will get your folks killed. And it's not productive at the end of the day. It's a trend. So I agree with Michael Irvin. I agree with all fathers, especially Black fathers, that go over and beyond for their kids, because at the end of the day, it's hard, especially for young Black men. It's hard because you gotta fit into this I gotta be hard mode, you know, or I gotta be making money mode, all that, when you know, we don't have to really think like that. So shout out to Michael Irvin, man, for calling his son out. I mean, the dude can rap a little bit, but it's
Yeah,
fake.
because I think the music, I think he's pretty straight, man, with the, but I mean, probably 90% of these guys lying out here, bro. You know, so, and then you got some guys, you say, you know, not to talk about that stuff, but you know, that's what hip hop came about. You know,
Right.
what you surrounded around, you know, what you surrounded by, what you seeing out here. You see the dope boys.
But is he seeing that out there? That's the thing. Now
I mean,
it's a difference.
I mean, I guess not. You know, according to his father, he's not seeing that. You know, according to his father, he was in the gated community and doing this and doing that. But when you leave the house, what you seeing, what you into, or what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, who
Definitely know.
Your parents ain't got no an eye on you, a camera on you 24/7. So you don't know what you're doing. You know, you don't know what your kids doing, your son doing outside that gated community when they get out that thing. Because they might be the biggest this and that and biggest this and that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
You just never know, because now all you seeing is, okay, I know my son been raised in this gated community, been going to this good school, I've been providing for him. So why would he do that? You don't know what your son doing outside that thing. He might be doing that. He might be living that type of life, and then come home and be like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? Just another person. Because I done seen it. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah, I was that guy.
it's plenty of things that I done heard and I done heard from my parents. You know what I'm saying? It's plenty of things that I did that people would never know. You see what I'm saying? So, but to just put it in the rap, I see where Michael Irvin coming from. Like, bro, why would you have to say all this, and why would you do all that when you know I'm your father, and you know you've been in this perfect community. But just to say that, bro, you can look at the influence in the music, anyways, and a lot of suburban kids now. You know, a lot of these kids, they listen to that music because it's the trend and it's what's popping. But a lot of them probably never get in that lifestyle. But it can influence them to act like they in that lifestyle. What, to your point, I wouldn't say that type of stuff, especially if I ain't living that life. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't, because you're gonna bring that energy towards you. Like you're saying, you're gonna bring either the police, the prison, or death. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody's gonna check you. After a while, somebody's gonna check you. Because
am I gonna test that gangster?
The only thing about Michael Irvin, like calling him out on national television, is gonna be somebody gonna test you now. You see what I'm saying? You can bring a lot more to him. Like, well, dang, oh, bro, that nigga ain't living that life. I'm gonna test him. I'm gonna test him now, bro. You were talking all that stuff, bro. You ain't really about that life. Now that can, you know what I'm saying? Now that can bring a lot of negativity towards him. Now he gonna have to try to stand up for himself, or try to act some type of certain way. You see what I'm saying? I mean, that's what I say. I think that was a kind of bad move on Michael Irvin part when it comes to that part. You know, I wouldn't have never did that on national television, me personally. But even if that was like my son, you know, that's my son's dream. That's what he want to do, and go for it. But to your other point, I do understand where Michael Irvin coming from. Like, bro, why are you promoting this type of negativity when you're not on that level?
Okay, and I understand what you're saying. That might be a career choice that he want to take and all this other stuff. But when does it become okay for me to say, look, you see me, I'm famous, I'm on TV, I'm providing for us. I can put you in another position if you want to be in an entertainment position, but why go out there and make me look bad? It can cut me from getting sponsors. It can cut me from being on this TV show. It can cut me, we gotta look at the broader thing. Yeah, let kids be kids, but at the same time, you know, it ain't gonna, why should it stop you from growing as an adult, as somebody that provided for that? If I raise a thug or a wannabe thug, then I'm gonna call it out. You know what I'm saying? And if he can't hear me when I'm talking to him in person, then maybe he'll hear me when I say it and embarrass him on TV. Cause you ain't like that. From what I know.
I can see that. I can see that.
But you be it's the difference between being a man and a boy. A boy gonna go for that, but a man no different. And to me personally, if I see that everything I have done is not working, well, maybe embarrassing you might work. And if that doesn't work, maybe it's gonna take somebody to rob you, do something to you, and then hopefully you make it out of it. But if you keep knocking on the devil's door, he gonna answer, and that's just what it is. Rap, yeah, a lot of rap is negative, and it's been negative for a long time. But it's messages like back in the day when they were talking about dope and they were talking about killing and stuff like that. I think it was a little bit more of storytelling, but storytelling. Excuse me, and I think it was a little bit more that they just didn't say glorified, but they also did, for the most part, gave you the consequences to some of it. You know what I'm saying? To what happened. So I mean, music is music. I understand that, but when it comes to me and my profession, and you out there doing that kind of stuff, and you my child, then yeah, I'm a question that, and I'm a call you out on it too. If it don't work, if I'm talking to you, you still embarrassing me, you still put me out there, then you ain't gonna have no career messing with me. You just have to be mad, but you have time to figure it out because you're young. And I'm telling you this so you won't go out there and make them mistakes and be the rich kid that's hanging out in the street that get robbed or get killed by hanging with people that really live that life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not never telling nobody not to get no money, and I ain't never gonna tell nobody that if you really living in those conditions, not speak your truth. But if you ain't living in those conditions, don't glorify it. You understand what I mean? Because you ain't doing nothing but getting a lot more kids that's not in that to think that's okay. You know what I'm saying? And wait till these suburban kids start really acting out like that and they start getting murked out and slid on, and then it's gonna be a bigger problem. See, it ain't no problem because the kids that's in the hood and the ghetto and stuff that really live that life, the system kind of like let them, eradicate each other. But wait till you get Johnny and these guys, that come from a great family and a great, atmosphere and neighborhood, and everybody know they're an upstanding family, and he go down there to the hood and want to hang out, and he end up being murked or killed or something.
That actually happened before.
It happens a lot.
Yeah.
But it just don't happen to the extent, I feel it don't happen to the extent of the kids that live in that environment every day. But, all it takes is one or two big name people, kids, that go through that and be a hostage. You know what I'm saying? Be something, and they're gonna like, damn, they really doing that. You know what I'm saying? They really out here, and I put myself and I put my family in that position.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. But shout out to Michael Irvin, and shout out to his son, Tarantino. I go check his music out, man. I think it's like I said, I think it's hard if you're really living that life, but if you're not, I think you need to cut it out, man. Because we can even talk about a little dude that went viral too. This past couple of days, this dude probably, man, he looked like he probably like 7, bro, if that. You know what I'm saying? Like between that little age right there, probably around about 7, 8, around that range right there. He a small dude. His name 345 little RT or something like that, man. And I would listen to his lyrics, and I'm like, bro, first of all, got to be a lot of capping that. Got to be a lot of capping going on in that rap, right?
Exactly.
Got to be, bro. It just got to be. But the things he was saying, I'm like, bro, ain't no way in hell. But again, you a product of your environment too. So he might be living that life. You see what I'm saying? But the thing that got me is that we over here, like, that video going viral and him rapping about the things that he doing or what he like, if 12 get behind me, I'm gonna do 60 miles per hour, bro. Can you even drive? Like stuff like that. Like I'm gonna slide on my op. I'm getting dome and this and that, bro. I'm looking like, bro, what is this guy talking about? But the thing that really got me was you got a grown man behind him, like boosting him up. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like, bro, when do we cut out the bull crap to the point that we're gonna keep on feeding this to our kids? But this is all he listening to too, probably. You see what I'm saying? Like it's like he probably being influenced by the music. He probably being influenced by his older brothers, his uncles, his cousins, or whatever, because it's an ongoing cycle too. You know,
Right.
it's just, oh, I'm gonna just wake up and be this and be that. Sometimes it's just an ongoing cycle. It's like, well, damn, I was just born into this. Like I'm just part of this. But my thing is that if you know, saying us in our 30s, and we ain't finna, I ain't finna boost up a little kid and be like, hey, just talk this type of talk. You know, it just doesn't make any sense to me because that's like my son trying to rap or whatever, like trying to do music. I'm not finna. He know not to talk about no sliding. He know not to talk about no killing. He know not to talk about no robbing, none of that stuff. Cause I ain't with that. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't with that. And he ain't around nothing like. You see what I'm saying? So cause it doesn't make any sense. But who to say little dude ain't around all that every day, all day, or doing
Right.
that every day and all day? Even though we looking down on the type of music he making, but he probably just speaking the truth and just kind of trying to let that out also.
I ain't got no issue with that young man because first of all, he a baby.
Mm-hmm.
To be real, mentally, physically, he a baby. He might be a little advanced in his neighborhood and his surroundings. He might be advanced in that, but in the world that we all live in, he's a baby. He's not even, you know what I'm saying? So it's not his fault. And he might, in his mind, he might be thinking that he's helping everybody around him by doing this, and also being a cool kid. I don't know, but what I say is this: for the adults that surround him, I think a lot of them should be held accountable because that's no different than letting the cop. I don't know, man. When a kid talk about stuff that I know, 9 times 10 they don't know how to do it. It go back to the parents. It go back to his environment. And I know people grow up like that, and I don't want to. I'm not gonna shit on them people because that's what they do. That's what they know. It's more to that than just them being in a bad situation. It's the system. Just it's product of their environment. It's systematic. It's generational a lot of times, So I don't fault that young man. It's just sad that grown folks are standing around and don't have the wherewithal and the common sense to, try to speak life into this man other than speak death into him. You know what I'm saying? He growing up thinking killing is cool and killing and killing the op, and 9 times 10, 99.9 times out of 10, a op is another brother. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that look like him, somebody that grow up with him. Now, you know, I see some trends now. It's like they say the backdoor thing with your own personal homeboy, somebody you done grew up with. You know, if he, you know, disrespect you or steal or whatever, you that quick to kill him instead of trying to talk it out or whatever. So, you know, I fought the adults around him for that kind of stuff, man. And then the two, if he make money, who's gonna be taking care of the money? Who's gonna be, you know, who's over him? Because that's the responsible party. You know, that he can get paid, but he ain't got no name on him, no bank account or nothing. You know, ain't nobody driving him. I mean, he ain't driving to no studio, or he ain't doing none of that by himself. So we gotta ask the question: what kind of abuse is that for that adult individual to take advantage of this kid? Because sometimes, you know, it ain't always got to be physical abuse. A lot of it can be mental, and it ain't got to be mental to the point that you know, cutting them down all the time. It can be that you feeding them negativity and you feeding them, you know, stuff that's gonna get them in trouble. And you know, sometimes we gotta call them kind of people out too. A lot of times we gotta call them people out. But I think in our community, we're so scared to, you know, confront the so-called thugs and bad guys, and you know, whatever the case may be, because anything can happen. But you know, at the end of the day, if I love you, I'm gonna say so. Now, whether you take heed to it or not, that's on you. But I feel that, you know, something has to be said, and the adult that's over that young man has to be accountable some kind of way. I ain't saying take him to jail or taking the kid away from him, nothing like that. But it gotta be some kind of counseling. You know, a lot of all this is mental health, man. It's learned behavior, it's taught behavior, it's generational curses that's going on, and a lot of it, you know, a lot of it is mental health, man. And instead of, you know, us sitting here, you know, bashing that young man and his family, I want them to get some help. You know, I want to know why it's okay to think like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we need to start having more conversations about. I'm guilty of saying, man, lock his ass up, or man, he gone, man. We ain't gonna even mess with him, you know. But now the older I get, I'm like, I don't want to leave nobody behind if you can try to help them, at least attempt to, you know what I'm saying? And it's just a sad case, bro. I don't know, man. You know, I look at my sons and stuff, and I'm like, damn, they got to grow up in this world where they got to fit in, try to fit in. You know what I'm saying? And
you're gonna try to fit in nowhere, bro.
no. What I'm saying is, it's different. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, to be honest, it ain't different, because gangs always been around. Whether it be in the rich neighborhood, the country, the city, whatever, you know.
Yeah, I ain't never try to fit in with nobody, bro. I ain't.
But this the thing. It ain't a bunch. It ain't a bunch of you. It ain't a bunch of me. It ain't a bunch of everybody. It's easy for us to say, you know, we ain't never try to fit in, but you know, we always had family around. We always been around each other, so we ain't have to do all that because we was our own little clique. You know what I'm saying? But you have kids that, you know, they don't have no cousins, no brothers, no sisters around. They in school by themselves. You know, people approach them. You get friends. You know, you grow a bond with people, and then you click up, and then another clique, another group of whoever, you know. It always go like that. So it is hard. I understand. I've been there, done that. You know, matter of fact, you know, at my son's school, they're having an issue like that. You know, where kids in the upper grade, you know, trying to attack the younger grade and say, who y'all with, type stuff, you know. And in a way, I felt like it was just normal, you know, because I've been through that. But then again, I look at it like, it don't have to be normal. It don't have to be. You know, we can change the narrative. You know, we can start doing more mental health with our community training, whether it be in school. Yeah, we know the whole say no to drugs thing, but can we say no to gangs? Can we start approaching and I don't know, man. I ain't got the answer, man, but it's just sad to see that young man. And I want everybody to see that video, Jojo. Joe. So please tell them, the video name and stuff. But I think it's sad that we entertain those guys. You know what I'm saying? And if they was trying to get money to get out their community and build something, or to build within their community, then I couldn't be really upset. But if they trying to do that and then at the same time,
the main goal is to get money regardless.
But what I'm saying is, if they was trying to better themselves, you understand what I mean? If they were trying to better themselves and not use it for negativity, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you sign a contract, whatever the case may be, you get money, whatever the case may be, well, you're gonna start buying trucks, or you're gonna buy, real estate and stuff, whatever the case may be on that. But when you saying I'm gonna go buy 100 rounds and choppers and I'm gonna slide and I'm drinking lean and I'm smoking this and I'm doing that, everybody got their vices, man. But that kind of stuff need to stop. You feel me? It's not productive. But who am I to say anything? So
you just said a lot.
Yeah.
But no, hey, just shout out to them guys, man. Y'all keep on getting to the money, bro. Regardless, like I said, bro, I ain't really with what they talking about, but hey, live your life, enjoy. It done made a lot of rappers millionaires, so it is what it is. You got any last thing to say, Mike?
It made a lot of rappers millionaires, but it's a lot of rappers that's getting killed. And a lot of beefs that's getting taken up by people that don't even know these guys. You know what I'm saying? So be smart at the same time. All money ain't good money. And that's real. Cause this is the way I feel about this. If you can get money the bad way, you can get money the so-called right way. You just gotta work a little bit harder to figure out how to do it. I done been on both sides of that, and I know it can be done. You just gotta think outside the box, and that's all I gotta say when it comes to that. But I pray everybody keep going, keep being positive, and keep growing, man. That's it. Just keep growing. Don't let yourself go. But that's it.
All right, man. Hey, live what it is, man. Yeah, enjoy your life, man, and keep pushing, man. Hey, but hey, to the older people though, for sure, like the people that's trying to influence little guy to talk that talk, y'all need to cut that out, bro. Like straight up, man. We trying to build guys out around here, not just no other hood guy, no other thug, none of that, bro. We gotta start uplifting our community, and start with the youth. But it is what it is. Once again, bro. Hey, thank y'all once again for tuning in to I Don't Even Know, Bro podcast with your host King God and the host Mike Chacho. What up, Mike Chacho?
I don't even know, bro.
I don't even know, bro. One.
Mike Chacho, King God, what it is.
I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh. This I don't even know, bruh.
I don't even know, bruh. Yeah, y'all know what time it is. Time for us to crank up, time to tune in. It's Mike Chacho